What up, y'all? This is Way. Today was a gift. It's the day before Thanksgiving, so we got the day off early. So just about to get my ass out here and go hop in the ocean and get a little afternoon session after work. I'm here at the beach now. I'm about to go hop in. I looked at the surf report earlier this morning, and it looked like it was gonna be good at this time. I'm too scared to check it right now because I don't want to get discouraged. I'm gonna go ahead and get my arse out there. Let's get it, man. Alright, session's over. Sad face. It was an awesome session again, man. I'm just so happy I could get out here. Shout my boss for giving me only a half day today so I could go make the time and get my butt out to the waves. I'm definitely going tomorrow morning. Thanksgiving morning is always a prime surfing avenue. You get out there, you tire yourself out, and then you go to dinner afterwards. So today, because I was off, I had a little bit of time. I was dragging my feet. I got off at 1 p.m. today, and I went straight to the beach. So I got in my car, I got my surf stuff ready, I threw my board and my wetsuit and everything, and hopped right into my car and drove towards the beach. Knowing that a little bit later today, I got some other stuff to do. I'm going dancing and such, so that'll be fun. After my last session, I actually just de-waxed my whole board. So I scraped all the wax off of it, like the old wax. I feel like I've been complaining about it for a little while here and there. So it's something that I've been needing to do and been putting off for like months and months and months. And so I finally was just like, screw it, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And so I did. And I went to go re-wax my board, and I realized I didn't have any base coat. So I stopped at the surf shop, I got me some base coat, I also got me some more sunscreen. I'm only buying the zinc oxide one now. I keep hearing just all these crazy...
They're super fun, man, you'll love it.
I can't wait to get on it. I haven't put the fins in yet.
It's honestly, it's my main board. I just can't kind of take it out every day. I'm like,
awesome. Yeah, I got the squash tail, which I'm more comfortable with.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, the guy at the shop was telling me that that's still his favorite board too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really happy I found it used. So I was like, well, okay, I'm gonna just get it.
Yeah, it was a score, man. I got it probably like a year or two, or maybe a year after it came out, and I was like, yeah, man, this is
awesome.
worth it.
That's great. Okay, well, shoot. Well, I'll see you out there. Yeah, cool.
Things about the ones with all these crazy chemicals, and zinc oxide I've heard is really good for you. It's where it started, so that's my recommendation. Fresh new wax today. Finally did it. Look at that bitch. Beautiful. Beautiful, isn't she? Super excited to get out there. Oh, that's a wave. Oh, really? That's a fire wave. It's gonna be a long intro to this video. Alright, boys and girls, today it's an after work session, so the sun is especially high. The tide is also high, but it's supposed to be dropping right now. It's honestly lower than I thought. It might already be lower than I expected. I saw some really fun ones. I saw one really fun one from the outside, or from the beach. So we'll see how it goes. Wish me fucking luck, mate. Yahweh. Man, that fresh coat of wax feels so good already. Oh my goodness. I suppose if you're gonna buy sunscreen and you're gonna be putting it on all the damn time like I am, you're gonna want to get something that's zinc oxide that's pretty thick. It'll protect your skin pretty darn well. So got some base coat. Base coat is the first layer of wax that you put on, and then after you put on normal wax in order to coat it. So it basically just gives you a perfect little place to wax up your board. And so you build up like your little bumps the way you like them. I always do this method where I cut the board in half. I basically do a diagonal lines all the way from the left side, and then I do it back over the right side. And then that way it just kind of creates like a little checker zone for the base coat to kind of take hold of itself. And then I just wax over that crazy. And then I usually use about half of the base coat in order to get the base layer. And then I will take probably half, maybe a little more than half of normal wax. fill it out over all the base coat in order to give myself a nice platform to stand on that's nice and sticky, and there's not like a bunch of like big fat chunks of wax everywhere. But whenever I get to do that, man, it's really exciting because like I always forget how grippy the board is when it's not being overly waxed. Good things to think about, and I'm happy I was able to get that done today. I felt the difference when I was out there on the board.
Almost had it. Well, I got it, but I want to catch a little more speed on it, I think.
The way I could pop up on the board, I felt like just a little quicker. Like it did just have a little bit more stick to it, and so I was happy with that. After waxing up the board, that took me like it took me way longer than I'd like to admit. It took me like 15-20 minutes. So I was just standing out there waxing up the board, doing layer after layer after layer. I even had some guy come up to me. He was like, "Hey man, like I'll see ya." Like I could tell he was listening for like the last couple of minutes. I was just going crazy. Like, he's like, "You're almost there." I'm like, thank you, brother. We're gonna make it."
Oh,
And we did. Some insights specifically about this session here today. I feel like I was able in a lot of ways today. Like I kept getting up pretty damn late on the waves, but I was still able to make them work. The wind was holding the waves up to a point where I don't even know if that was it. It might have been because I just had a better grip on my feet. Like if I really think about it, because I was popping up and I felt like I have more control of the board. Like it was easier to stay in the pocket. The waves were breaking in kind of a specific way. Like it was, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like, cause the wave breaks kind of in either like a horseshoe or like a backwards horseshoe toward you. And so it kind of hits one side of the beach before it hits another side of the beach. Nature is weird like that. It is very pattern based. And so we see that whenever I'm out there watching the waves, whenever I'm out there just examining everything, like you can kind of guess the pattern. You wait 5 minutes.
some speed on that one.
Minutes, then the next set will come in, all things like that.
Wax is working well. My foot is sticking way better.
But today I really felt like I was getting in the wave and just I was able to really carry on my speed. Like the way my pop-up was really solid and my feet placement was also pretty solid, so I could catch the wave with a lot more speed and a lot more direction. So that was really cool. I kept noticing that. I kept popping up on the wave and I was like, oh, there's no way I'm gonna make it. And then I'm like, but I'm still gonna go for it. And I'd lean in, I'd do like a pump or two and just stay near the top, and then all of a sudden I'm completely in the shoulder of the wave. I'm sitting there like, ah, we made it! Like it's just fire. The waves were breaking pretty nice at times. Positioning is everything per usual, so you just had to find one of the peaks because there's like 4 or 5 out there, and then just wait for the right wave to come along. Like it was purely a patience is a virtue type day. Because there was, like, the waves were consistent. They were coming through a lot. Like, I was able to catch a lot of waves in a pretty short time. But the key was just not, like, again, getting out of position to paddle to another area where it seems like the waves are better. You just wait. You're like, this is the spot. I know it's going to break here. And if I stay in this specific spot, in this specific position in the water, that the break is going to hit me, it's just a matter of time. That was working out for me as well. I kept putting myself in good position so where I could catch a lot of these waves. And one thing that was sort of a bummer about the day is, not really a bummer, but yeah, like sort of a bummer, but I can excuse it because of the specific type of day it was, which I'll start there. Like the type of day was very, very sunny. The sun was actually setting directly over the water and directly where we were looking out at the waves. I'm basically just paddling around blind because that sun is so bright. Or I'll put my hand up in front of my face just to get a little shade, a little relief from that sun. Because not only is the sun directly like in front of you, like it's in front of like my vision and where my focus is, the waves have my attention and the sun is right on top of those waves, but then it also glares off of the water, so you almost get a double fold. You're almost looking at the sun and then it reflects off the water and onto your face again. So it's like sun. You're just like, ah, my eyes, it's pain. So what I normally do in these situations, I just close my eyes a lot and be patient, you know, like, and then just keep popping them open, like just here and there. Just long blinks is basically how you get away with it. A long blink will do it. But you gotta keep that long blink consistent. It's surprisingly, not surprisingly crowded. That's because I'm pretty sure a lot of people got off early today, and because it's the day before the holiday, and why wouldn't you go surfing if you have a little bit of extra time? That's my thinking, at least. And so I definitely got cut off probably like 3 or 4 times. I had this one old dude, he did it to me twice. I'm like, yo, I really was confused. I was like, are you doing this on purpose, bro? Like, what's going on? And then his kid did it. I was like, yo, they were both respectful enough that they popped off the wave after they realized it. And to be honest, like, I've had my fair share of that happening to me, and I didn't mean it at all. Sometimes I don't even see the person, sometimes they don't call out. So it's one of those things, you can't stop them all. But when the same dude did it to me like 2 or 3 times, like, I was a little heated for a second. I was like, dog, what is happening? I was like, are you okay? Like, are you mad at me? Like, are you doing this on purpose? Like, those are really the questions that we have in our minds when somebody cuts us off and surfing it. But I don't think the guy was doing it on purpose. I think it was just really bright out. Like I said, with the sun, like, it's really hard to see out there. So I think that definitely played a major factor. You know what? I think I even cut somebody off today. So, you know, like, what goes around comes around. But I try my best not to ever cut anybody off, because it ruins the wave for me if I know, and I'm sure it ruins the wave for them. So if you're out surfing, try not to cut anybody off. Do your damn best. Some people will flip out too. Some people get very, very mad. The worst part was I looked bro in the eye as I was paddling the wave, and I said, I'm going. And instead, bro continues to drop in. I had to, like, get him off. I was like, bruh! Get the fuck. I was like, come on, man. But it ended up, I still got a cool wave out of it. So overall, super, super fun session. I got to try out my newly rewaxed board, where I got to go surfing after work, middle of the week. Freaking win.
Need to go. Got a dance lesson and shit. Hey!
I got to catch some really freaking fun waves and some nicely curling waves. I got to test myself a little bit in a couple of different ways and just.
Woo. Fun evening session before sundown.
It's beautiful.
Getting on those waves a little bit later and catching like a ton of speed to just burn down the line. Like, there was a few, again, like, I did not expect to make it, and all of a sudden I was out on that shoulder on the other side, like, what? There were some downs, you know, getting cut off is one of them. The sun, that glare is vicious. I'm hoping I didn't get sunburned, to be honest. Like, I'm really hoping I didn't get sunburned, but you know what? Even with the zinc oxide, I might have. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see tomorrow. At the end of the day, just happy we made it out there. Thanks again for stopping by once more. I appreciate you for coming in. This is Onani Way. Leave me a like, comment, critique, whatever you want to do. Subscribe as well down below. I'd love to have you along for more videos. I'd love to know how I can improve and get better here, and what you guys enjoy the most. So thanks again. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.